I don't know if it's just because I randomly stumbled upon them in that order or what. Is that? Okay, that's a potato plant right there. See, it just spawned right by the base. What is this? This. Okay, so let's cancel it. Okay, see, I got my potatoes back and I got my water. As long as the water, your canteen is empty. Shotgun, shotgun, rush. What is going on, gaming nerds? Welcome back to Midnight Gaming with Mystic Nightmare. Thanks for coming to the channel and hanging out. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm having an awesome day. It is midnight. We are back on Subsistence. And Cold Games just said, that's enough. I've had it. I'm going to do something cool. And he did something cool. And he threw in hot cooking things and easier to use things and hard to find things and a whole bunch of other stuff. And we're going to go over the update today. The update, by the way, June 19th, yesterday. And I'm hoping I'm not going to get attacked by any hunters, but more than likely I probably will. So we might have a little bit of a hiatus during our little update info. But to start off with, the very first thing that he did, which was the awesomest thing ever, was, as you can see, there's 106 copper in here, 138 over here. There is, let's see, 300 nails instead of 200 like there used to be. He increased the stack size. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he was awesome and increased the stack size. Thank God, we love it. Next thing he did was, remember all those rivers that when you ran around in them, they didn't make any splashing noise and you had to look for splashing noise to be able to fill your canteens? Well, guess what? Oh, dip your toes in it. Everywhere up and along and down the river is now a river. And it allows you to fill your canteens anywhere. Now that has some pros and cons. The pros is you can fill your canteens anywhere. The con is, you remember these little bad boys right here, which, by the way, they don't blow you up when you go in front of them if they're yours. But yeah, what are those called again? I can't even remember the name of them now. Starts with a C. Anyway, we used to put ours right here because the hunter would come over and hang out right here when he would attack my base. You can no longer do that because you can't put them in the river. Holy crap, I got the hiccups. So yeah, that was kind of pros and cons. You can't put those in the river anymore. Oh, guess what? We're going to get attacked by some hunters. Here they come. Right there. Hopefully I'm fast enough to kill them, because I'm actually almost out of freaking ammo. Come on, little boys. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, usually one will stop right about over here. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. One shot left. And they're down. Alright. They interrupted us a little bit and they paid the price. Okay. So, back to the update. I'm going to try and make it flow a little bit. From one thing to another to another. So, the reason I'm out here in the river is because he put in something else that was called mouse over plus use, is what he called it. And this mouse over plus use is exactly what it sounds like. You get in your inventory, you mouse over something, you press the use button, which in our case is F, and you drink, or you eat food, or you get into the water, and you mouse over and press F, and you got to be careful because you can accidentally drink the dirty water and poison yourself, and that sucks. But that's definitely awesome because you can do it with food and you don't have to have it in your inventory. See, watch. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. And that's awesome. That's totally, totally awesome. Now, why is this important? Well, obviously it makes it easier to do things quicker in the game, but I've moved to food because I want to show you something. Let's go into the fridge. As you can see, I'm hungry as hell. I'm going to come over here, and we're going to ignore all this. You can't see any of that. We're going to ignore it because that's part of the update and part of my flow. We're going to go ahead and press the F button. Press the F button. Oh, what? You're not hungry enough to eat this? What is that about? And it's weird because it doesn't actually fill me all the way up. To fill myself all the way up, I got to use these. Now, why did he do that? Well, basically what he did was he tried to stop the spam. Well, he tried to stop us from spamming food. Now, why would he care if we spammed food or not? I mean, you know, you go out there, you kill a bunch of stuff, you get a little bit full of an inventory, and you start eating raw meat and stuff like that. Which, by the way, if you eat raw meat and rabbit, like rabbit and chicken, you can actually get sick from it now. He added that to the game, so don't be eating raw meat. It's not good for you. But why would he want us to stop spamming that? Well, that brings me to my next point. If I hit the tab button and I come down here, you see my cursor? See that? See the health bar and the strength bar? I call this the stamina bar. He calls it the strength bar. It goes down when you run, so I figure it's kind of the stamina bar, in my opinion. But underneath them, you see that little red line right there? You can barely see it, very hard to see. And then on the strength bar or the stamina bar, you see that blue line? Well, that's very important because that's the new health system. Yes, I said the brand new health system. What exactly is the health system? Well, the health system is those little experience bars. Those are experience bars. When they get full all the way up, you level when it comes down to your health bar, or you level in your strength. Now, what exactly does that do for you? It raises your maximum health and your maximum strength. Now, the max level right now is 125. You see how we now have numbers right here on the health bar and the stamina bar? This will be 125, which is the max. Okay? But basically, if you die, you lose a little bit of this health experience and the stamina experience. For easy to normal, you get a -5 penalty. For hardcore, you get a -10 if you die on hardcore. And basically what that does is, in the end, when you're at end game, you should be pushing around 125 strength and 125 health. It's just to help people out to get better the more they play and whatnot. Well, that's cool and all, but he's done something else too. Now we can look at this over here. If I look at the meat, which, by the way, he's actually, you see the pop-ups? The pop-ups, he's actually increased the pop-ups as part of the update. And he's made it, instead of just a line of text to tell you all about the stats and stuff, he's made them so they're all in a vertical list, which makes it a lot easier to read. And as you can see at the very bottom of the food, there is a green max health and max strength. The max health gives 0.07, the max strength gives 0.06. That will increase your health and your stamina experience when you eat that food. If I eat one of these, it's 0.08, 0.07. You see how different foods give different numbers? Okay, so that is kind of a precursor of late game. You want to start getting into the late game stuff and start getting into food that'll increase that, so you can get a higher health and a higher stamina. So he's changed it and he's added a new health system, and it's really actually kind of cool for end game people who have, you know, already gone through the entire game and are looking for something to kind of max out or something to kind of do. So moving on from that, well, what else has he done? Guess what? He's made us an oven. We can make an oven. The oven is 12 scrap metal, 6 metal ingots, and 30 electrical components with 1,000 power and 150 mass. I've already made one. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. We're going to use this little bad boy. We're going to put it right here. Right here. For now. Now, as you can see, we got the BCU bubble that came up when I tried to place it. This thing is awesome looking. It looks old. It looks rustic. I'm going to move it around and put it in a really good spot after this video. But when you open it, it's got its own inventory, as you can see. And you can place stuff in here. But as you look at the top, you've got... Now, this is the first time I've actually looked in this thing. You've got... Looks like you've got different tabs. So you've got fry, you got fry and boil and bake. Fry, boil, and bake. Now here's your equipment and your upgrade. You can upgrade the increased efficiency, or upgrade the efficiency in this. So it looks like we got more stuff to upgrade. You've got equipment. Looks like you got a pan, you got a pot, and you got a baking thingamajigger. And then you go into cook, and you've got 3 different sections. I like how there's 3 different sections. It separates them out so they're not in one long list. If he would have put it in a long list, I probably would have been a little irritated. I'm glad he did it this way. It's awesome. So under fry, you've got hash browns, liver and onions, and steak and eggs. Well, wait a minute. Onions? What? Hash browns? They're made from potatoes, right? Mashed potatoes? Are you kidding me? So what else did he do? Yeah, he put some more stuff we need to harvest in the game. That's awesome. We'll go over that in a minute. But these are kind of like your different tiers of cooking. Your fry is kind of your lowest tier of cooking in the oven. They'll give you more of a boost when you cook and eat these than like regular meat, liver, stuff like that. They'll give you more of a boost that will boost your health experience and your strength experience, and you can get more, obviously more proteins and stuff like that when you eat these types of food. The next tier up is your boil. These are even more helpful when it comes down to your health and stamina experience bar than the fry is. So your boil is your next step up, and then your bake is your third step up, and the best stuff that you can have is in here. Now, this is actually roast chicken. I don't know if it's a whole chicken or not, but I do know in the update what he's done is he's added it to where at level 10 chicken, when you raise a level 10 chicken with the animal housing, you get, and you slaughter it, you get a full freaking chicken to eat. And I don't know if this is actually a roast chicken, like a full chicken that you need to have a level 10 for or not. I'm assuming it probably is. If not, you could probably just throw it in the fire and cook it. But your bake is pretty much your top of the line to really help you out with your food and your health bar. And he's made it so you cannot spam food to raise those experience bars super fast. Okay, and that's why he's put in the health, the food restrictions. Now, in my opinion, I don't like the fact that it doesn't allow me to bring it all the way full by using one food. I think maybe if he increased like maybe +5 over the max, or +10 over the max, so we could fill it up with like one type of food, and then after that we couldn't eat anymore. Once we were completely full, that would be better in my opinion. Because it's just me and the way I play. I like to go over to the hunter's house when I fight them, and I make sure I have a full bar of proteins, a full bar of fruit and veggies, and a full bar of hydration. So I'd kind of like him just like increase it over the bar a little bit to where, you know, once we actually get full, then it would actually stop. I don't like the fact that right here is where it stops halfway through the bar when I'm trying to eat meat. But that's just me. I don't know. Maybe there's something more that I don't know about. Okay, so pans and ovens. To make the frying pan so you can fry, in here it takes 4 metal ingot, zinc fragments, and adhesive. To make the pan, it takes another 6 metal ingots, and to make the baking pan, it takes another 8. 18 in total. It is bloody expensive. The reason that I didn't put this video out yesterday is exactly because of these. I spent most of the day trying to find metal for metal ingots, just to make these 3 things. Dun 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 dun. Guess what I did? I made all 3 of them. Yay! I wasn't even going to do all 3. I was so irritated. I was like, this sucks. So let's go over to equipment. We'll put this in. Like I said, this is the first time I've actually seen it. Put this in here. Put this in here. Now we can cook. So now it opens stuff up to where you can look at the values. You've got max health 0.8 and 0.9. Remember in the liver it was 0.8, 0.7 I think it was. So you can tell this is actually a little bit higher. And then you got liver and onion, which is 0.22. That's kind of a huge jump from this to this. 0.22. So you got 0.08, 09, and 09, and then all the way up to 0.22. That's a big jump right there. That's Merlin saying hi. And then you got steak and eggs, which is 20 and 22. This is actually pretty easy to make. It looks like regular steak. You don't need anything big for it. And then just eggs. And we could actually make one of those. We could actually make one of those. Does it have to be... I think it has to be raw. Does it have to be raw? Eggs? Was that eggs? So can I throw... Okay. Okay, what? Oh, this is the outcome. Okay, so I think what you can do is I want to kind of show you guys how this works. I don't have any that are raw. Can it be cooked? Please tell me it can be cooked. Why didn't that transfer over? Can it be cooked? No, it can't. It has to be raw. Damn it, Janet. What about the liver and onions? I've got 2 onions. And I got a raw liver. Will this work? Okay, craft. So now you get this little heaty thing right here. He added this into the game. If you're cooking multiple things, then multiple things will start up and like, you know, glow, I guess you could say. But that's cooking that up. As you can see, we get a nice slow burn on that, and that'll help me out when it comes down to 20.22 max health and 0.24 strength. That's pretty killer. I mean, that's awesome. Okay, so you do need a whole chicken for this. You do need 2 potatoes, 2 onions, and 2 carrots. And this does 1.0 on health and 0.9 on max strength. Supposedly, that's supposed to be the best in the game. It looks like that is the best in the game. So this is more for endgame play, from what he was saying, something to kind of concentrate on. What is that? Mashed potatoes. So what you'd actually have to do on this one is you'd have to go into the boil section and do mashed potatoes, and then once the mashed potatoes were done, then you'd have to go in here and then you could do your fish pie and stuff like that. So from what he said, you can queue up different things to cook, and as they go through the queue, it'll work for you. You know, different things will light up, different things will heat up, and they'll cook differently, and one will cook and then the next one will cook, and yeah, so it's supposed to be pretty cool. It's actually quite ingenious, the way he set it up. I really like the way he set it up. I don't know how long they last, but there's our first food like that, which is totally awesome. Okay, so that kind of leads us into our next little segue of the... I thought that was a dude out there. I thought it was a dude. Let's see. I kind of want to put some stuff away. Give me just 1 minute here. 1 more minute. Just like 10 seconds. And 5. And 4. And then 3, 2. There we go. Okay, so we're on our way. Let's go into the next section. So that's the oven. That's awesome. I'm going to upgrade it. It's going to be cool. We'll probably end up using it because, as you can see, you need to have things raw. Oh, and by the way, you know the medical brew? You used to be able to use cooked liver for it. You can't use cooked liver for it anymore. He changed that. You have to use the cooked... you have to use the raw. Okay? All right. So, the new veggies. This one is your carrots over there. This one is... Nope, that's your carrots. They all look like carrots. That's your onions. That's your carrots. And that's your taters. Alright? So, with this, as you can see, I have no seeds in my inventory. I'm going to go ahead and harvest the taters. Per seed, you get 3 potatoes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, what can you do with this potatoes? I can right-click it and go to extract seed. And then I get another 3 potatoes with that seed. So essentially, all you need to do is find one of each. One of the onions, one of the carrots, one of the taters. And you can literally... You can grow them exponentially. They'll grow exponentially. 1 seed, 3 outcome. See? 3 and 3. 3 outcome for each one. You can turn those 3 into seeds. Then you've got 6... and so on and so forth, and it grows exponentially by 3s. Super awesome. Extract a seed, there you go. So you got another 3, 3, and 3 right there. So you only need to find one. Now he did mention that they are fairly rare. So to be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned, for the first 5 minutes after I logged in, that's when I found an onion. I don't know if I got lucky with it or what. After 10 minutes of looking around, I found the potatoes, and then after about 15 to 20 minutes after that, that's when I found the carrots. I don't know if it's just because I randomly stumbled upon them. That looks like one right there. I don't know if it's just because I randomly stumbled upon them in that order or what. Is that Okay, that's a potato plant right there. See, it just spawned right by the base. So they're not super, super, super rare, but they are fairly rare. They're a lot more rare than, you know, the fiber and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, so that's that. That's the new taters and stuff. I will be growing those off camera, and I will be filling our entire freaking inventory full of them so I can have them so we can cook some more. In fact, I might as well just... I keep watching for... What are they called? Hunters? Yeah, that's what they're called. Fill it up, fill it up. There we go. Okay, so now we're good there. I don't know if these go bad. I assume they don't. But I don't know for sure. Yeah, so anyway... last but not least, well, I shouldn't say last but not least. Why did he do this? I told you it was because of endgame stuff, and it is. But the main thing is he wanted to concentrate more on the animal housing. He wanted for us to have an excuse to actually use this quite a bit more. You know, you have to grow a chicken to level 10 to get a full chicken to do the best food in the game. That gives us incentive to do this. And does it really? I mean, so that's just liver, so that has nothing to do with the animal house. That has nothing to do with the animal house. That has nothing to do with the, well, the eggs. So the eggs for the chickens would be good for that. So that would help with the animal house. Eggs again. Potatoes again, or potatoes, nothing to do with it. There's tomatoes. Okay, so there's chicken, and right there. See, reared chicken meat, it has to be the 1-star reared chicken meat. So the reason he did this was, you know, to get us there, and there's the reared rabbit meat. So it's basically an excuse for us to be kind of get into the animal housing big time, and he wanted us, you know, to have an excuse to get into that. He wanted more emphasis on that, so we'll be having to get into the animal housing more often. Now, he did make one more final change. Now, he did a whole bunch of other stuff too, you know, raising stacks and raising numbers, and I'm sure he did a few bug fixes and stuff like that. But these are just the big things I wanted to talk about. He took away the wellhead. You know how this used to get us water? Well, because of the water canteen and all of the water that's now in the game, this was only in the game really to help us out, to get water. Because he took away, or because he added the canteen, he took nobody was using this except for people that were crazy enough to build their base away from water. And that's what he's getting a lot of flack for, is people are mad because he's like, oh, because they're like, oh, well, I built my base outside away from water, so, and now I've got 15 wellheads that are now useless, yada yada, cry. And he's getting a little bit of flack for that. Me personally, I think this is awesome what he's done with this. I don't know where the hell I want to put it. I want to put it where it's not going to get beat the hell up too bad by the hunter. Let's just put it right here. So he's taken the wellhead that used to make water for us, and he's changed it into something that is going to help me stop complaining and bitching and moaning about nails taking too much metal. And this has gone off, which is fine. I just need to make sure that this doesn't go off. Merlin's decided to get himself a peanut, so if you hear a bunch of crackling, that's just Merlin eating a peanut. Or his foot. I can't remember which one's more loud. So if you open this up, it says you must first drill down into the ground before you can extract any resources. Turn on. So it takes power 0.5, and what it actually does is after it drills into the ground, you get an option to choose which metal you want it to extract. If you want it to extract iron, the copper, or the zinc, or whatever. And this is now a drill for metal. Like I said, he's getting flack for it now because some people, just like I said, I don't know why you would build away from water. Oh my god. Oh my god, seriously? Every single shot they hit me. Every single shot. damn it. I think I am out. 2 freaking shots left. When you guys stand behind that, I can't see you. You should come out. Shotgun, shotgun, rush. Die, boy. Did I win? I think I win. Yeah. I am totally freaking out. Okay, that was fun. But moving on, like I said, people are giving him flack now because they're crying that they camped away from water, and they had a whole bunch of wellheads, and the wellheads aren't working for them anymore, so they have to actually run down to get water. That's just too bad, man. That's just horrible. But as you can see, we got a little progress bar going on. We got a piece of regular. Now they attacked me from over there. How the hell did they hit here? That doesn't make any sense to me, unless they actually threw something inside my base. So steak and eggs, we can make steak and eggs. I'm kind of curious, we can do mashed potatoes too. So that's the boiler. I kind of want to see what the boiler's like. The boiler, did I call it the boiler? It's called a pot, Mystic. It's called the pot. Okay, there's the pot. Oh, it's just... Okay, I thought the top was off of the pot. My bad. That's the pot calling the kettle black. Let's see. Steak, hash browns. Can we get 2 things going at once? Nope. Okay, so what's going to happen is this is going to cook first, then this will cook first. This will light up. This will stop lighting up. And then he also said that if there's anything that you use in your food, if you cancel this, you'll get it back, especially if there's water. So let's watch this canteen up here. I'll cancel it. Wait, is this the one that has water? No, it was this. It was this. What is this? This. Okay, so let's cancel it. Okay, see, I got my potatoes back and I got my water. As long as the water, your canteen is empty. You'll be good to go. But as you can see, the next one started up. Then we can go ahead and start the mashed potatoes back up. I kind of want to try this out too, but I don't have the proper ingredients. Okay, so that's pretty much it when it comes down to the entire upgrade or update or up something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until this goes all the way through. It looks like... Yeah, you can barely see it, but there's a black, thick line that comes all the way down to the turn-off. So I think I'm going to wait for that to go all the way down, and I'll show you kind of what the menu on this looks like. All right, we're back. So, first off, let me show you something. Rotten food. And that was this. I had to make some more liver and onions. I'm actually hungry. Liver and onions actually sounds good right now. Anyway, yeah, so it does rot, so you want to be careful. But I can't tell you how long it takes because there's no timer on it. So it does rot. The next thing I also noticed was when you're actually looking at the food in here, it doesn't tell you how much protein and how much veggies you're going to get for each one. It only, unless there's something I'm missing somewhere, it doesn't tell that to you. The equipment doesn't downgrade, does it? No, okay. But when you actually make it, then it actually shows you what each of like the proteins, vegetables, hunger, and all of that stuff will help you out with. You're going to have to make it all to find out what the best thing is. I mean, obviously the best thing's going to be this, the roast chicken. But maybe something else, you know, a little bit more cost effective for you with the max amount of health bar and stamina strength experience boost might be a good idea, but you're going to have to make it all to find out what it is because it doesn't show that to you until you actually make it. Unless that was a mistake and he's going to be changing that soon. That's that. Okay, so the well is done drilling. By the way, I was walking by it when it got done drilling. It makes a big pounding noise. Scared the piss out of me. Thought it was a hunter shooting me from behind. Yeah, it sucks. It scared me. So anyway, as you can see, you got your little reticle here. You can go ahead and change it off if you want to change it off. You can do upgrades, you can do increase the power efficiency, and you can do extract speed. It takes, I didn't time it exactly, but I kind of estimated it a little bit. Well, I timed more than half of it. I think it takes around 5 to 6 minutes for this to actually get completely full, and you get 1 iron ore. I guess it's better than nothing. Basically what it is the wellhead, he was kind of pissed because he worked hard on it, and then it kind of became null and void when it came down to the canteens. So he wanted to repurpose it. So 5 or 6 minutes to get 1. I'm going to have this going 24/7. Every time I play, all day, every day, this will be going constantly, and it'll be always on iron, in my opinion. And like I said, 5 to 6 minutes, iron ore, and then if you do the extraction speed, it increases it by 20%. So 6 minutes, you're looking at what, 72 seconds? So yeah, it'll increase it by 72 seconds by a minute 12, whatever. So that's that. And that's the whole update. And that's us getting attacked during explaining the update. And that's all of it. And it was fun. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that he did, I'm sure, that he didn't put on the patch notes, but he went over the big stuff. And that was some awesome new content. I look forward to kind of messing around with these and actually trying to cook something different. I was wondering when he was going to do something like this, and I look forward to cooking something different. And on that note, we are hungry. I'm going to use the steak and eggs because that's my favorite. And we're going to eat it and see how far it goes up. And so we're going to watch this, and we're going to watch this red line down here because I can't see the blue one very well. So here we go. Ready? Look at that boost on that line. Did you see the boost on that line? Holy crap. And from what I remember him saying on the notes is it's 1/3. Yeah, 1/3 the points of whatever food you're trying to eat, you have to have the hunger for. So I probably won't be able to eat this. Oh, I am able to eat it. Okay, that got me to the very top, and it got me slightly past the 80 mark. So those two were huge, but I haven't actually leveled this at all. So I can see why that would be kind of, you know, can I, and see now I'm full, so I can't eat that. So you can't spam this stuff anymore. 29 protein, huh? And I think what we just ate was like 45 protein. Anyway, that's it. That's everything. Hope you guys liked it. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, don't hit it. Make sure no matter what you do, subscribe. Thanks for coming out to the channel and hanging out with me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Keep gaming. Keep doing it at midnight. Have a blast. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.